It's durable. I think for fans it's going to be more enjoyable. The rallies are going to be a little longer, so it's going to be fun.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are live for the men's pro final in the IRT. I am Fabio Soto along with Solicor here at the broadcasting booth. So, Soli, I got to ask you, 2023 Longhorn Open, one of the best tournaments of the year, and it's the best way to start 2023. Thank you, and good morning to you.
Good morning. It's so good to be here on this broadcast.
Oh, and you know what, Soli? I got to tell you, I'm excited about this match because we have been waiting for this one for months. We speculated that this matchup might happen at the U.S. Open. It never did. At IRF World Championships in San Luis Potosí, it never did. We thought it would happen at Pleasanton. It never did. But now we're getting treated to a gem. Right now we're going to see Daniel de la Rosa, the number 1 player on tour, versus Conrado Moscoso, the number 3 player on tour. But he won last year IRF World Championships. He won the U.S. Open. He won a couple pro stops. He even won in Vegas at 3-wall ball. And you know what? Daniel right now needs to prove that he is the number 1 player in the world.
And this is the place to do it, right? So,
is there a better venue than this?
There's no better venue
there you
than
go.
this, right? We've got our 2-glass wall. We've got a good crowd here today. Very, very excited to watch this match, as you are as well. I'm excited about this match for all the reasons that you mentioned, and just because the explosiveness of these players, right? Moscoso, we know he drills the ball with lots of heat. It's just the power is incredible. And Daniel seems like he's been stepping it up. As I've been watching his matches through the duration of this weekend, he's really moving through the ball. He looks relaxed. He looks confident. He honestly looks the best I've seen in a long time. This is going to be good.
And here we go. And there you go, Daniel de la Rosa starting off on the right foot here with 1 point. And, you know, so I got to tell you, a good matchup yesterday between Conrado Moscoso and Javier Mar. But we did see a lot of flaws in Conrado's game yesterday. A lot of unforced errors. You know, he was down 0-8 on the second game, but he came back and won it in 2. And, you know, I think Conrado's consistency is going to play a huge role because he still has to play the men's pro doubles after this match.
Well, I don't think you're going to see that from Conrado today. I think what you're going to see is him being sharp, him being on. I think it's all going to start with his serve, but I have a feeling he had a little bit of loose legs yesterday, and I bet you he corrected that overnight with some rest. And I think he is out here today to really make this his win.
There you go. That right foot again for Conrado Moscoso. Now on his first serve, he gets a point. So 1-1 in the scoreboard right now. I want to thank everybody for watching. Please like our post, share our feed, and keep following us today. The last day of the 2023 Longhorn Open. Conrado Moscoso back in the box.
And there it is with the amazing serve. Unfortunately, catches too much of that wall with Daniel's get that barely came off his racket. So close to the wall that Conrado can't even take a full swing. De La Rosa back in the box.
Wow. What about that? Just slap that ball. See that? The power of the wrist of Conrado Moscoso to hit that one in the left corner.
Yeah, and in this situation, it's not even really his wrist. He's rotating with just almost like a perfect hip rotation with the arm just following through, and that's the only way you can short hop with a reverse pinch.
It's a skip right there by Daniel de la Rosa, awarding Conrado Moscoso point number 2. And take this opportunity to thank everybody for watching, also the people in Bolivia. I'm sure they're watching. They've been waiting for this matchup. I've heard from many Bolivians, when is Conrado going to play De La Rosa? And here it is.
Another great serve. What a get.
It's a great down-the-line shot there. You know what I liked about that? He had the opportunity to even pass on a wide-angle pass to Conrado, but no, he chose to go down the line. Accuracy is the name of the game right now for De La Rosa.
Yeah, and they've got to be clean. They've got to be crisp. They can't come off the side wall. That one was just a clean down the line. Nothing Moscoso can do with that.
Short serve. It's an unforced error there on the hands of Conrado Moscoso. We're tied at 2 apiece now. Conrado taking his time to focus.
Wow.
Right there, a miss hit there by De La Rosa. I got to ask you, Soli. So, for example, those accolades that I told you earlier about Conrado, I think his best professional racquetball year was last year, but Daniel has been the #1 player on tour for 2 years in a row. I got to ask you, who has more pressure right now?
Smooth. I think there's a lot of pressure being in the #1 spot when everybody's expecting you to win, and it can sometimes be a little bit much. I think Moscoso right here has got nothing really to lose. He's only got everything to gain, and so I think all the pressure right now on Daniel is to kind of prove himself as the #1, to remain in that spot, to justify that position.
Yet Conrado's in both finals. So he's got to think about his stamina too, and his endurance.
What
Kept alive. Kept alive.
Oh.
That's a skip by Conrado Moscoso. What a rally. Best one of the match so far.
Yeah, and Conrado there seemed like he wanted to swing, almost didn't because he thought it was going to be a hinder. Daniel moves out of the way. It's just enough time for him to shoot, and he just wasn't quite ready for it. So Daniel serving.
I like Daniel's poker face.
I like his shirt. There you go.
How cool was that?
That's Conrado getting the crowd. Everybody's excited here.
And this is one of the things I like about these two athletes. They sometimes you can see that they play for the crowd. They play to please everyone, and they get the cheers. They get the ovations, and we love that about them.
Great get. Oh, wow. Looked like he was going to go down the line with a hard shot. I think the ball or his timing to the ball was slightly off and really just hit the perfect shot.
Well, you know what? I like how he deceived Daniel, and he just left him with questions right there. And the smoothness of the transition.
Wow. I'll tell you, Moscoso's getting everything that he wants. So far, his serve is spot on. Unfortunately, just an inch off the back wall. De La Rosa barely gets a racket on it. He's smiling. He knows he's not going to make that every time. But an amazing get, rolling it out. Moscoso's like, what else do I have to do?
Wow. At the moment, what Conrado needs is to get the ball again and get side out right now from Daniel De La Rosa, who's now on top by 1-4, serving 3. You know what? That high lob, Nick, that just was done by De La Rosa. Javier Mar was doing that to Conrado, and he did a lot of damage to him yesterday. But right now, Conrado seems on point.
Well, and that one falls short, right? So if it gives Conrado an opportunity to shoot as opposed to one that is a little closer to the back wall, I mean, Conrado's going to hit that down the line all day long.
Oh, great pass right cross court. Love that.
So now what you're seeing is, I imagine, some frustration from Conrado, right? He's had bullet serves to the left side that have been honestly spectacular. Should have been aces. And yet Daniel is getting them. He tries it to the right side. No effect. And so you're going to see some frustration there because so much of his game is coming off of that serve. So it'll be really interesting to see what he does should he get back in the box.
Wow.
Now that's a flat rollout. Daniel De La Rosa seemed to have picked it up. At least that's what the referee called.
His body was definitely in our way from our vantage point, but yeah, follow through. But I like the fact that Conrado didn't stick to that. He just went ahead and knew what to do to finish that rally.
Well, that's what you got to do. You go by the referee's call and you play it out. He had the easy shot. He took it and was rewarded. And that one's going to skip in the front wall.
Oh, there's going to be an appeal.
Wow.
I bet you. Going to be an appeal
There
for
it
a short.
is.
There it is. There's the appeal. Let's see what the referees say. 1 up, 1 down. So that's a point for Conrado Moscoso, who ties it back up at 5 apiece.
Yeah, and that ball is just traveling over that short line. It's close, but my goodness, was that a great serve. And that one, unfortunately, catches it just a bit short. So, he's still going back with that serve. He's not letting Daniel, who had a couple really good gets on it and good returns, bother him. It seems to be the serve he's most comfortable with, and it's going to be the one that I think he's trying to use to get into this game.
I can't tell you that I like that selection of shot right there from Daniel De La Rosa. It was too difficult. That was a good high lob nick, and he didn't have enough room to do a full and comfortable swing. Maybe a ceiling shot would have been a better option to reset that, but I don't know. Skip right there, an unforced error by Conrado Moscoso.
Yeah, beautiful opportunity set up right at center court on the left side. Those are ones that you look back on and wish that you hit, and those sometimes can be the difference makers. But at this level at the finals, he's got to keep those unforced errors down. What a serve, what a get. Wow, what a get. But the referee is calling 2 bounces.
Double bounce call. It's an appeal. Call stands. De La Rosa, point again. 6, serving 6. So replay right there. Conrado did not have a comfortable swing. I got to admit, that does seem like a replay.
Yeah, and I'm kind of surprised by De La Rosa's reaction here. I mean, he's right in the middle of the swing. Nothing Conrado can do. That's about as classic as a replay as it gets.
Skip right there. Another unforced error leads to De La Rosa point.
This looks like both players are
taking a little breather right there.
Yeah. You have to wonder if it's is there something really on their goggles, or is this just a way to just kind of take a pause?
Well, I don't know. I mean, humidity has been, a certain issue in this court because it's closed. So I have no doubt that it's a little, foggy. The lenses are foggy. Ooh, Great selection of shot right there. I thought he was going to go down the line, but you know what? He took a riskier shot, but very well executed.
Yeah, and I love the way he slings the ball. Like, that ball is, like, really close to his body, and he just, like, whips his arm around just to be able to make it through. That is not easy, and it's quite impressive.
Down the line, the right shot at the right moment.
Yeah, and Corrado's got a set up here on the forehand side in the back court. Unfortunately, hitting it down the line, which is the right shot, just a little too far up, giving De La Rosa an angle at the ball, and De La Rosa is going to put that down all day long.
Down the line again, De La Rosa just biting that right corner just a bit. I'm going to say hi in the chat box to Mr. Todd Boss, the man behind the math, Pro Racquetball Stats. So short serve. De La Rosa just making sure with the referee that was a call.
Wow.
You know,
Doesn't allow it to take a bounce right out of the air, flat splat. It's what I love about his game.
you either hit a perfect high lob nick or you don't.
Yeah, and Conrado is going to make you pay.
It's a skip right there. Daniel couldn't put a racket on that soon enough. Moscoso. Point number 7.
Wow, bullet serve. And there it is. Now he's taking advantage of that opportunity. And this is Moscoso's game, right? Driving a bullet serve to the left side, getting the setup and putting it away. Now he's had a lot of those opportunities. Unfortunately, they've either been a high pass or put it in the floor. Not this time. Beautiful execution. And he goes to the right side this time,
that's an
catching De La
ace
Rosa
serve.
off guard. And De La Rosa's not going to be happy about this. He really thought it caught that line. But nobody behind here agrees.
So Conrado Moscoso is now leading by 1.
Oh, and that would have been an amazing serve. Talk about catching a player off guard. De La Rosa was not ready for that. Had that been 3 feet off the front wall instead of 10 to 12, you would have seen De La Rosa scrambling, and that likely would have been a great advantage point for Moscoso. I love to see it.
That's not what we were talking about yesterday, Sully, about how many balls are not coming off of that back wall and how some strategies might have to change. Because, you know, De La Rosa, when he does those healing shots, you know how he slices the ball a little bit. Not a full solid shot, just a slice. That's what Conrado Moscoso needs to figure out.
That's going to fall short. Oh, beautiful pass. Textbook. Catching the side wall 3/4 back and just dying before it gets to the back wall. De La Rosa's got to be happy with himself right here. He's starting to shoot the ball a lot more the way that I know he wants to be hitting.
Can this game be any closer? We're tied at 9.
Well, listen, these guys are both out here. It still looks like they're feeling each other out, but we knew this was going to be neck and neck. We knew this was going to be exciting because both of these players really want to be at each other, and they both want to prove a point.
That's a good change of game from Conrado Moscoso. I love how he just caught Daniel on the other way.
Yeah, and you can see the frustration after that point, enough to be able to call a timeout here.
So timeout call by Daniel de la Rosa. We'll take one commercial break, and we'll be back on IRT Live.
Includes up to 12 months for a repair if ever needed with new purchase from FixMyRacket.com. Repairs by the pros at FixMyRacket.com.
Welcome back, everybody. I want to tell you that KRP Rentals and Trucking is an oil field rental company doing business in the Permian Basin since 2000. They supply mud and water storage, mud mixing pits, transfer pumps, and much more of anyone's surface rental needs. They offer rapid, dependable service available 24/7, 365 days a year. You can find them on the web at krprentalsandtrucking.com and follow them on Facebook at KRP Rentals and Trucking. And also, I want to tell you about the Longhorn Open's longest standing sponsor. The law office is Charles Griggs, and Chuck, as we like to call him, has been practicing civil and criminal law for over 40 years. His experience is unparalleled. He works with individuals and small businesses throughout Texas and in the USA. If you're dealing with a dispute contract negotiation or got yourself in trouble with the law, Chuck is the man you need to call. Check out his website for more information on chuckgrigsonlaw.com. Back to the action, everybody. Thank you for joining us again. So, Soli, the timeout at 9 serving 9 from Daniel De La Rosa. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm not in his head, right? But what I'm thinking is he got really frustrated that he missed an opportunity, he missed a shot. And this is a close match, so every single one is crucial, right? You let a player get 2-3-point run at this stage in the game, and it could be the end really quickly. He saw that frustration by banging his racket. I think he realized he needed to take a timeout to kind of settle down and come back in and focus. Wow.
A great cross-court winner there by Moscoso.
And almost a great get by Daniel De La Rosa, throwing his body out there, as we all love to see, just barely missing it. Almost had a racket on it, but just not quite enough. But that just shows you how bad they want these points right now. We're very close to anybody having a small run closing out this game.
Wow, Moscoso just really taking a decision right there. I think that's not the shot that he wanted to make, but he saw where De La Rosa was, and he figured out the best option for his court position.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, De La Rosa's playing a little bit more to the right. Moscoso's shooting a forehand on the left-hand side of the court, which is quite interesting, right? You expect him to either go down the line or catch him wrong-footed with a cross-court, but he just completely mixes up with a reverse pinch, and it was just incredible execution. Nice get off the back wall.
You know what? I can't stress enough how important it is to do something that Daniel did just moments ago. Before he took that shot, he looked at where Conrado was.
Yep.
He was eyeballing him, just letting him know, hey, I know where you are. I'm going to make my shot.
And that's almost like an intimidation factor.
Oh, yeah.
These guys are so good, they don't need to make that look. They know where the player is. They sense where the player is at every moment of the game, and that dictates how they're going to take their shot and where they're shooting.
I think there's a issue right there that we have to go through in the court. In the meantime, you know what? Splathead.com creates cutting-edge sportswear that can be worn both on and off the court. You're not looking good unless you're wearing Splathead. Splathead.com also provides sponsorship grants to players, and it is a nationwide support of tournaments. So when you buy Splathead, you're pretty much helping make it all happen. Go to Splathead.com during the Longhorn Open and use discount code Longhorn25 and get 25% off your order. Back to the action as De La Rosa is in the box once more, trailing by 1.
That's going to be short. They can barely hear it. And so Daniel De La Rosa will take his second serve right here. little setup off the back wall.
Wow, what a deceitful shot right there. Great selection. De La Rosa ties it up at 11 apiece.
Yeah, Moscoso's got this set up off the back wall, and he's got to be frustrated. He hits the perfect shot, the perfect angle, but unfortunately it comes off the back wall, giving De La Rosa the perfect opportunity to put the ball down. Moscoso just yelling in frustration, trying to get himself back in this.
Short serve.
There it is.
I think Daniel thought it was going to go down the line.
Yeah, you know, and Moscoso is seeing that, right? So these guys, like we were talking about before, they can sense each other. So De La Rosa literally took that one step just a little too soon. Moscoso sees it, wrong foots him by pinching the ball and putting it to the other side. And that's just the awareness that these players have.
Second opportunity. So we're on everybody after this match. The men's pro doubles final, Conrado Moscoso with Alejandro Landa versus Javier Mar and Rodrigo Montoya, coming up after this one. Wasn't enough. Moscoso on top again by 1. 12 serving 11.
Yeah, and you got to love the patience by Moscoso, right? He has the setup. He could really swing away as hard as he wants, but just delicately putting that ball exactly where it needs to be, putting the pressure on De La Rosa to really make a move to the front court, and it just wasn't enough. Moscoso looking in good shape here. Wow. Beautiful backhand by De La Rosa. Set up off the back wall, unfortunately, which is something De La Rosa is going to love. And it looks like we've got another. Wet spot here. And Moscoso is going to take a little time to get that cleaned up so we can have some safe play.
So I want to tell you, do you ever have the feeling that your money is scattered too many places? Have you ever wondered how the pieces of your financial puzzle work in harmony with your life goals? Let Core Financial Wellness provide you with a customized approach to financial planning with tax-smart strategies and coordinated investment management that simplifies your life and improves your financial state of mind. Let's nurture your financial wellness today, tomorrow, and together. Point there for De La Rosa. What do you think about that serve, Soli?
Yeah, it's a great serve, catching him off guard. Footwork there, a little poor for Moscoso. Didn't get there in time, unfortunately, and skipping is not what you want to be doing at this stage of the game. And there it is again.
I think Daniel thought it was a sidewall, front wall, and a skip. But you know what? I don't see him appealing. He does have one appeal left.
Yeah, and that's one that I would appeal. That looked like a skip. It's very deceptive with the side wall.
Well, he looked at his camp downstairs that he has in his support, and they said, no, don't appeal.
And they've got the best view, so
Yeah.
We'll take that as word.
We will. So timeout, Conrado Moscoso at 12-12. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back on IRT Live.
I played a lot of matches when I was playing the WRT with the gearbox ball. It's a different ball than the other ones. I think it's better for the game. It's durable. I think for fans it's going to be more enjoyable. The rallies are going to be a little longer, so it's going to be fun.
I want to tell you about these great guys over at Gulf Coast Graphics because they're the industry leader in vehicle wraps and graphics. As a matter of fact, they're the only shop in the Coastal Bend certified by Fellers 7 years running. If you need something printed, these guys have your back. Vehicle wraps, signs, banners. You get great quality work and great service at the same time. Visit Gulf Coast Graphics and their website for all your printing needs. So I got to ask you, a timeout by De La Rosa at 9-9, a timeout by Moscoso at 12-12. Can this be any closer?
Yeah, this is you can feel it. It's tense out there. They know that every single one of these points is going to matter for them to come away with this game. And it was interesting because Moscoso was like actually going up to serve. It almost looked like he was about to serve, and in the very end, he just kind of takes the timeout. I'm not sure if he was like second guessing his serve or if he wanted to just take a little break just to ensure that he executes. But it's been a while since I've seen somebody do that. What a shot. And what a get. Oh my goodness. Just over his head, giving Moscoso enough time to get around on it. Puts it in the left pinch. What an amazing rally.
Yeah, I think Daniel's visibility was limited and his choice was instinctive.
I wouldn't be surprised if that caught the little bit of a hair on top of his head.
I agree.
Potentially slightly deflecting the ball, but unfortunately, Moscoso says, no worries, I got it. What a serve, catching the side wall, jamming De La Rosa, forcing a skip. Moscoso is looking sharp. He looks like he wants this.
So after that timeout, a 2-point run by Moscoso, and this is his first game point.
What a serve, great get.
Down the line, De La Rosa, the right shot.
Yeah, good shot by Moscoso. It's the right place. Unfortunately, it's just a bit high. It comes off the side wall, giving De La Rosa a perfect opportunity to get back in the box and try and equal out this thing.
Great anticipation.
Yeah, nice and smooth shot. De La Rosa's really throwing his body out there. You could tell he wants it. He's diving for balls that are seemingly not even able to be, you can't even get these balls, right? And he's just kind of like trying to force himself into the effort of this game. He does not want to let this go. Oh, that was the opportunity, and he knows it.
It was, and Conrado Moscoso had a difficult time right there because he was on his feet. He was in the air, actually, when he hit that ball. And you know what? It's a difficult shot to make, but his options were limited, Sully.
They were, and those are the shots that when you do make them, especially at game point, that could be, like, huge.
Tremendous.
And I love seeing him shoot it.
Short serve. Well, thank this opportunity to thank everybody for watching in Bolivia. Toda la gente de Bolivia que está viendo. Un saludo de su amigo Fabio Soto y Solicor, que estamos viéndolo aquí en el Longhorn Open con Conrado Moscoso. Skip right there by Moscoso, awarding point number 13 to De La Rosa.
Yeah, and he's got to go for that. That's his bread and butter, right? It's just just a hair of a miss.
Oh, and you know what? That was in his wheelhouse, as he has his place and his style. So De La Rosa right now within 1 point of tying Moscoso back again.
Good get. Oh!
Wow. Fantastic. Unbelievable.
Great anticipation. He knew it was going to the right side. Just unfortunately mistimed it a bit. Should have been an easy shot for him, but because of that mistiming, unfortunately, he loses the point. And we're going to clean up some of this sweat.
But you know what? What I liked about the fact that they are challenging each other. We talked earlier about how Daniel looked at Conrado, sort of challenging him, right? And now I saw that he challenged him again. He knew he was behind him, and he just quickly hit that ball into Conrado's direction. But Conrado behind the back shot. Amazing display right there. And now Daniel has a game point. How will this end?
Good serve. Set up. And
Down the
Daniel
line.
puts it away.
Down the line winner for Daniel De La Rosa. a spectacular match right now up to this point, Sully, that has lived up to the expectation. So players will take a 2-minute break, and we will too, and we'll be back on IRT Live. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I want to tell you about our sponsor, the Texas Racquetball Association, or TXRA, because they develop and promote the growth of racquetball in communities across the state of Texas. Join the TXRA for the state singles tournament in March, regionals in April, and these are events that are sure to be a ton of fun. Learn more at txra.org. And you know what? Solely, and I got to say is again, OMG, what a great number one game. Lived up to the hype. 15-4. Can it be any closer, Sully?
Yeah, absolutely. And Conrado's got to be kicking himself with that one opportunity that he had. Tried to hit the big shot, didn't quite make it. And that gave De La Rosa the opportunity to get back in the box. And both of these guys are amazing players, right? So that's crucial. When you miss those points with those opportunities, you don't get very many of them.
So Conrado Moscoso will start us off with the serve. Say hi to everybody watching. Please remember to like our post, share our feed, keep following us on social media. After this one, the men's pro doubles final, Conrado Moscoso with Alejandro Landa versus Rodrigo Montoya and Javier Mar. But for right now, Conrado, what does he need to do to take this one to a tiebreaker?
He's just got to be more consistent. He's got to keep the unforced errors down. He's got to get his serve going. And he's just got to continue doing what he's doing. He just has to get a little bit more momentum on his side. And just keep De La Rosa thinking and moving all over the court to different directions. If he keeps him guessing, I think that's what's going to get him back in this game.
Great serve. It just got stuck in the back for point number one for Daniel De La Rosa. Short. I like how Daniel tries to deceive his opponent with a serve. How his body, his whole language says left, but then he goes right.
Yeah, it's definitely an amazing skill, and it's all about good mechanics. Got a good rally here. Nice pinch. What a get! Oh, and it just cracks off the side wall.
Impressive touch, anticipation. Very hard, but you know what? Daniel kind of read where that ball was going, made the best of it right there, and that just goes to show you not everything has to be a kill shot.
Yeah, I love when you can display good hands and quickness and show that this sport is so much more than just hitting the ball hard.
There you have it right then. Conrado adjusted to Daniel's offense. Now he's in control.
ball was short, but it had some pace on it.
So I got to tell you, I have noticed throughout the weekend that no broken balls
Yeah.
and no Conrado Moscoso foot faults.
Yeah.
Is this a tendency? Is this a change?
Maybe it's just a Longhorn Open thing.
There you go.
Nice get. Oh.
Daniel tried to get out of the way. Unfortunately, he slipped, and that's a point for Moscoso. That's an avoidable shot. So unfortunate right there, I got to tell you. So I want to take a minute to tell you about a longtime sponsor of Longhorn Open here in Austin, Texas. Fix My Racket will take your cracked or broken racket frames and make them like new. They can do this with virtually no weight or balance change and has thousands of delighted customers. Think about it. Over the past 30-plus years, there have been many changes to racket frame technologies, but what has not changed when it's about time the warranty expires? The frame breaks. So Fix My Racket delivers repairs that perform. So fixmyracket.com. Visit them and learn more. Back to the action as Conrado Moscoso has to build up upon this momentum change. Shorts are called. I got to tell you something. I'm really excited how many people there are here watching this match. I know there are a lot of people online watching. A lot of us, me personally, have been waiting to see this for many months.
Yeah, and I think these guys have been waiting to play each other for a while. They've been anticipating this matchup for a while. They're excited.
I kind of feel like years ago, I don't know if you remember, when we wanted to see Floyd Mayweather fight Manny Pacquiao. We wanted to see that, and it happened. That happened a little too late, though. De La Rosa down the line. It's a good shot right there.
Flat shot.
I'm not seeing Conrado appealing, so here we go.
Nothing to appeal there. That's just about as perfect as it gets. Wow.
What a reach by Moscoso.
Barely getting to the ball, straddling as wide as he possibly can, just getting a racket on it. And not only just getting a racket on it, but just perfect pace to splat it out. That's impressive. What a serve, but looks like we're going to call it short. Conrado is not going to be happy about that.
He's not. I don't see him appealing. He has 2 appeals, remember. He has not used. And you know what? He has to be really smart on what he appeals because his back is against the wall.
Well, and that's a tough appeal, right? Because the best you get is doing it over. You don't get that great serve back. What a get. Set up. Puts it almost right back at him as if De La Rosa doesn't expect it. And
Exactly.
It's just enough to win the point. De La Rosa is really throwing it all out on the line, throwing his body all over the place.
Well, you know what? He has to. He has to prove that he's number one. You know, absent or not, be there or not, it's still he has to prove he's number one. So he does have some pressure on his side.
Yeah, and Daniel is looking in really good shape. He's looking fit. I know he's training hard. He's got a really tough schedule for racquetball and other sports coming up this year. It's quite impressive seeing what he's able to do as a top-level athlete.
Oh, Moscoso going for that shot that usually rolls out but came up a little short. He's a little frustrated. You can see it right there in his body language. But, you know, De La Rosa has to build up upon this himself. You know, it's just a 1-point lead by Moscoso.
Yeah, what we're seeing here is just a lot of side outs. Neither one of these players is really getting exactly what they want.
Right there, De La
Until
Rosa.
that.
He knew exactly what he needed to do to tie it back up at 3 apiece.
a shot.
There you have it.
Oh, beautiful.
Ball control, ball control, ball control.
Here it's a perfect wide angle pass, catches the side wall, enough to get Moscoso in the back court, giving De La Rosa the opportunity to take it early with just a little touch shot in the front court for the winner.
Interesting choice.
Well,
And there you have it.
you know, that's another one like you were talking about, right? All the body language is saying go left, 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 and then at the last minute he pushes it to the right. It's just enough to throw Moscoso's timing off, and a serious unforced error.
Right then and there, De La Rosa, he's just showing us great ball control skills in the front of the court. We've said it many times. He's an excellent doubles player because he has great ball control in the front. But as a singles, look at what he's doing, the effect he's having. Those last 3 points have been ball control for De La Rosa.
Yeah, his racket control is impressive. Years and years of experience. It's definitely one of the highlights of his game. Nice pass. What a get. Oh.
Not the best shot selection there for Moscoso. I got to tell you, Sully.
At that point in time, all he has to do is just touch the ball into the front wall. There's no way De La Rosa is going to be able to make the footwork to get there. And for somehow he thinks that maybe De La Rosa is speeding to the front wall and tries a pass, but unfortunately De La Rosa is there, keeps it in play. Really poor choice.
That's the shot that Conrado Moscoso has been meaning to do. And right now, he has to end De La Rosa's 5-point run.
Yeah, and a real nice smooth swing there. I think right now it's about Moscoso just kind of relaxing and just kind of settling into his game, right? A couple shots, really trying to do a little too much with the ball. That one there, quite smooth. Just needs to kind of take it back a notch.
And Moscoso has to be really smart at what point, if at a point in this game he takes a timeout. He's down by 5. Good shot right there, Moscoso.
Nice. Using the opportunity, Daniel too far to the left, Moscoso putting it to the opposite side of the court. There's 1 point, and that's what it takes sometimes, 1 point at a time.
1 point at a time, that's all it's needed. Right now, Conrado Moscoso needs to refocus. He's been catching up to Daniel.
Nice serve. Oh, Daniel's going to want that, but there's no way Daniel is getting to this ball. That ball cracked right on the side wall. Daniel's not even anywhere close to getting this ball. He's praying to the referee, begging the referee, and the referee says, no, thank you.
But I'm not seeing any appeals right now at the moment. So Daniel is stating his case, but he's not using. Remember, he has 2 appeals per game. He's talking to the referee while Moscoso's cleaning up a little bit. But I got to tell you, I don't know. Daniel definitely did not have a chance to get that one.
Yeah, and, you know, when you're out there and you're in the heat of it, you think you can get everything.
Oh, of course.
Every single
The
shot.
adrenaline plays a huge part in how we emotionally embrace the game of racquetball. Six serving 7. And
beautiful.
that shot was performed by De La Rosa 3 times already in this game. And right now, Moscoso is on a 4-point run.
Yeah, and his serves aren't like perfect, right? Perfect would be 2 bounces to the back wall. They're definitely coming off the back wall, but De La Rosa's not really doing much with it, giving setups in the front court to Moscoso. He's got to put an end to that.
Skip shot by Moscoso is going all the way.
I think this is the one thing that I like about Moscoso's game. He's a shooter. Every opportunity, he's not thinking twice about it. He wants to hit the winner. Unfortunately, in that circumstance, it doesn't work out. But you're never going to see him let up, right? You're always going to see him shoot. And it's just the best part about his game, win or lose, right? But when he gets streaky to that winner side, it's something special to see. Nice get. Oh, no.
I think they're both okay. They just tripped. Conrado's laughing. They're okay. No problem. Just playing a little too close to each other.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great get. And Moscoso gets up as quickly as he can because he knows he has to get out of the way to give Daniel the path to the ball. He just can't do it in time. Daniel rushing. Unfortunately, the contact takes them both to the ground. And they're going to take a little breather here after this one.
It's a little breather that they're going to have to see and regroup. I mean, Conrado, he takes advantage of these little times that he can refocus and rethink his strategy. I mean, they're tied right now at 7 apiece. I believe that's going to be called a replay right here. Again, I want to thank everybody for watching. Like our post, share our feed, keep following us. This is the finals on Sunday. Immediately after this one, men's pro doubles, Montoya, Mar, Moscoso, Landa. Right now, referee called for an avoidable. So it's 8-7.
Yeah, and that's the right call. If you're down and you're not giving your opponent the path to the ball, unfortunately, that's an avoidable. There he is, shooting the ball.
Cross court. That's the fire that Conrado Moscoso has and needs to build upon to take this one to game 3.
It's like this live or die mentality. It's like just every single time his eyes get big and juicy and he wants to just rip every single ball, and I love it.
The intensity right now, you can feel it in the court. Skip right there by Moscoso. And you know what? That cross-court shot by Downey, it was too high up. The previous rally right there, Moscoso hit a cross-court probably 2 inches off the ground.
Yeah, I mean, Moscoso's getting his opportunities here. They're coming off the back wall. He has his setup almost in center court. These are the unforced errors that are painful, but that's part of being a shooter. Wow. In between the legs, barely coming off the back wall. Nobody can hit that shot, and somehow he decides to do it in between his legs.
No, you know what? I just took my breath away. I got to tell you, Sully, the emotion behind that shot from Moscoso, and you see how serious. Look at his poker face right now. He is so focused.
Oh, wow. Actually, an amazing shot by Moscoso. The right pass, 3/4 of the back wall, off the side wall. It's really good pass, but somehow Daniel gets a racket on it to get it and just nails the front wall in the right spot.
I think that De La Rosa took Conrado's between the legs kill shot as a challenge.
Yeah.
And he said, let me see what I can do to impress the crowd as well. And you know what? That shot from De La Rosa, that kill shot right there, instinctive.
Yeah. And a great display of hands. Good fake out.
Another skip by Moscoso, leading to another De La Rosa point.
Yeah, this is unfortunately starting to turn to a game of unforced errors. I mean, this is really tight. And if you look at all the unforced errors by Moscoso, if he has all those back and puts them away, we've got a completely different game.
So they have, both of them have their appeals, and also keep in mind, no timeouts have been taken as of yet. But right now, it's kind of late in game number 2.
Set up in the front.
Down the line winner. That's the correct shot right now.
So this is going to be tough here. Moscoso's got a couple skips. This ceiling ball really poor, hitting the side wall, coming into the front wall. You got to wonder what Moscoso's thinking here as far as needing to change the momentum of this game, whether it's a timeout or just hitting that great spectacular shot.
Oh, between the legs and between the legs. You know, the level of professionalism, the level of talent, and the level of skill is not in question. But you know what? They love it. The crowd. Look at the crowd. They just love those funky shots.
Well, you know, it's one thing just to be able to get the ball in between the legs. It's a whole nother thing to actually be able to shoot it.
Mm-hmm.
Short serve. Conrado will get a second chance here.
Then and there.
You got to love it, right? The last 2 shots, he goes for the exact same shot, skips it. This one, just perfect rollout.
He came up short.
Yeah, and that's just a great shot, a great get by De La Rosa.
So there's a 4-point differential right here. I got to ask you, Solo. You're pinned against the wall. You need to win game number 2 to advance. At what point do you ask for a timeout? 4 points is a lot when you're at 11.
Oh, that's a great shot. Listen, timeouts are great when they're right opportunity. It's not about how many points down you are. It's about the momentum. It's about what's going on in the match. It's about what's going on in your head. And in some cases, if your head is straight, you're just looking for that great shot. And sometimes it's that great shot that's going to get you back in the match, not so much a timeout.
Second opportunity for Moscoso. It's a good reset by De La Rosa. Wow.
Yeah, and De La Rosa trying to do a little too much for it. Unfortunately, it's going to skip into the front wall. Got a little anxious, a little jittery on that one almost. He's looking at everybody, just double checking, verifying. Yep, everybody agrees skip, so he's just going to take his place in the back of the court and receive serve. What a serve.
Ace. Moscoso, impressive shot to Daniel's forehand. Daniel had to dive to attempt to get that ball. I gotta love it. I gotta tell you, so it's right now it seems that Conrado is fueling up.
Yeah, and I don't know if you noticed this, but Moscoso just showed a little bit of frustration there, right? Because he's got momentum. He's got a great serve. Before this great serve, he had another great rally where he wins. So this towel coming onto the court to wipe the floor has the opportunity to take away some of that momentum, and you see the frustration in Conrado because he just wants to go, go, go.
Timeout taken by De La Rosa, very wise timeout. We'll be back shortly here after this commercial break. on IRT Live.
I played a lot of matches when I was playing the WRT with the gearbox ball. It's a different ball than the other ones. I think it's better for the game. It's durable. I think for fans it's going to be more enjoyable. The rallies are going to be a little longer, so it's going to be fun.
So welcome back, everybody. KRP Rentals and Trucking is an oilfield rental company doing business in the Permian Basin since 2000. They supply mud and water storage, mud mixing pits, transfer pumps, and much more of anyone's surface rental needs. They offer rapid, dependable service, available 24/7, 365 days a year. You can find them on the web at krprentsalsandtrucking.com or follow them on Facebook at KRP Rentals and Trucking. And also, I want to tell you about the Longhorn Open's longest standing sponsor, the law offices of Charles Grigson. Chuck, as we like to call him, has been practicing civil and criminal law for over 40 years. His experience is unparalleled. He works with individuals and small businesses throughout Texas and the USA. If you're dealing with any dispute or contract negotiation or got yourself in trouble with the law, Chuck is the man you need to call. Check out his website for more information at Chuck Grigson Law. Back to the action here as we resume play. So, Soli, you know, can this be, to ask you this several times, can this be any closer? 15-14 the first one and 11-10 in the second one.
Yeah, these guys are playing with just impeccable precision. They are identifying the pressure. They're identifying the opportunities. They're identifying all the little calculations that need to take place to keep them in this match, and it's turning out to be a stellar one.
Great cross court right there. Side out for De La Rosa. You know what? It was incredible because Conrado was there. He knew he had that shot, but just clipped it with the frame of the racket.
This is all purposeful by Daniel. The towel, the timeout. He knows Moscoso can get on a roll, and he's trying to change that timing, change that momentum, and it really was effective there.
It's a good get by Daniel, but Moscoso knew exactly what he needed to do and still tries to deceive Moscoso. You saw the serve again. He was body shifting to the left, now to the right, but you can only pull that rabbit out of your hat once or twice during a match.
Yeah.
Conrado is not going to fall for that one as too many times.
Yeah, I mean, once you do it once, it's nice. It catches you off guard, but after that, now you're expecting it, and these guys are just great players, right? They're there. They're going to be able to adjust quite quickly.
Short, second opportunity. I'm going to take this opportunity to say hello to everyone watching online. Remember to like our post, share our feed, keep following us for this remainder of the Men's Pro Final. Coming up next, the Men's Pro Doubles.
Wow.
Moscoso just really taking that opportunity to make the best of Daniel being right behind him.
Yeah, and just almost like jumps up a little bit just to be able to catch enough racket through the ball. Perfect splat. And again, you know, this ball stays down, so pinches and splats are just beautiful to see. There it is again.
There it is again. Moscoso, he's now leading 12-11.
And I love the way Moscoso sets his body up and steps into those pinch shots. Just hits it with authority, and they splat out like nothing I've ever seen. Great serve, set up off the back wall. And he's back to the same corner, so he's now found this corner.
That was a skip call.
This is a skip call.
Skip by the referee. There's no appeals on the hands of Moscoso. He could appeal. He's not.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I think that was a right shot to take.
It was the right shot to take. From my view, that looks good. But you got to go with the referee's call.
It's a replay right there. Oh, not a replay. I'm sorry. That's a short serve. Referee's call. That's a point for the referee.
Yeah, Daniel getting really fortunate outcome on that serve. Should be a setup for Moscoso, but it just catches the back wall and kicks out. All Moscoso could do is just get it in play.
Oh, and Moscoso tries an off-speed shot that results in a skip as well. So 13 serving 12. De La Rosa back on top by 1. Remember, he had a 4-point lead earlier.
Oh. Great get up. Another great get. And he can't get up after this one. Slips on his own wet spot.
Unfortunately, right there for Moscoso, he slipped on that area where he dove. You know, of course, Daniel going to take full advantage of that. Now he has his first match point. Soli, what about the defensive skills of Conrado Moscoso, as you can see in the replay?
Yeah,
so many diving gets.
Just amazing. His ability to go out and get every single ball and throw his body out there is just nothing short of amazing.
So right then and there, match point for De La Rosa.
Yeah, and that's painful, right? Because prior to this great rally, he has this backhand that just, you know, sort of lackadaisically moves through the ball instead of actually shooting it, and that ends up in a skip ball, right? So you're frustrated with that. You try to have this great rally to get back into it, and unfortunately, all your efforts, you don't even get rewarded for it, and now you're sitting there defending against game and match point. This is a tough position for Moscoso. Wow!
There you have it, folks.
From the hips, he just puts it in the right pinch and says, I'm out of here.
The number 1 player on tour, Daniel De La Rosa, proves that he is the force to be reckoned with here in the IRT. Congratulations for taking this match 15-14, 15-12. Soli, what a way to end it.
Yeah, this is amazing. So we talked about him having all the pressure on him, being number 1. All the eyes are him. All the expectations are there. And he comes out and says, you know what? I'm number 1 for a reason.
You know what? And I got to say, I'm impressed. The match lived up to everything we were expecting. It was close. It wasn't a shutout. Everybody performed to a T, but Daniel De La Rosa just had enough on the tank to prove his dominance. And you know what? He came out on top right now as the winner of the 2023 Longhorn Open here in Austin, Texas. Soli, I want to thank you so much for being with us here today at the booth as you were yesterday. I want to thank everybody for watching. Remember to like our post, share our feed, keep following us on social media. Final thoughts, Soli.
Yeah, I don't think we could have gotten a better match for the start of the season here, right? If this is any expectation, is this any indication of what we're going to see in the future for this year on the tour, everybody's in for a real treat.
I'm in and prepared to have a rivalry just like this in 2023. I'm expecting a huge rivalry. I'm expecting something big from these two athletes. And you know what? 2 weeks from now, in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, we may see something special again. Soli, thank you very much for joining us today in the booth here for the IRT. I am Fabio Soto. We'll be back shortly here with player interview on IRT Live.
.com.
Congratulations, Daniel. Felicidades. Un gran evento. Daniel, I want to tell you, we've been waiting for months to see this matchup. We talked about it. We were expecting it sooner. But you know what? The wait was worth it. Number one player on turf, Daniel de la Rosa. Daniel, how are you feeling first of all?
I feel great. I mean, Moscoso, he's going to play amazing. And I know a lot of the people wanted to see that. A lot of the fans from South America wanted to see that. But, I mean, it was a good match. He fights every single walk he goes and he executes very well. But yeah, I feel great. I really feel great. And then especially right here in Texas, that is like a my second home after, the third home after Arizona. But yeah, it feels great.
So, Daniel, 15-14 in the first game. He had a game point. You came back, you won the first one. What was your mentality going into game two?
Well, I just the same thing. I just like it's a new game. I just focus on what I was doing wrong. I have a couple mistakes right there because he reads the ball very good, and especially right now in these conditions with the ball, totally different game. So we had to adjust it, and then we got the win.
Daniel, quiero pedirte, ahora sí en español, muchas felicidades para toda la gente de México y de Latinoamérica que está viendo. Un orgullo, la verdad, que demuestres tu dominancia, demuestres que eres el jugador número uno del Tour. Estuviste ausente un poco, pero ya estás aquí de vuelta para demostrarlo. ¿Algo que le quieres decir a los fanáticos que te están viendo de México?
Sí, muchísimas gracias por todo su apoyo y más que nada también es para ustedes. Yo sé que ahora mi ausencia fue algo que la verdad mucha gente me escribió que si estaba bien y la verdad decidí estar esas fiestas con mis niños, con mi familia en Arizona y me ayudó mucho, ahorita se nota y a seguir trabajando duro para lo siguiente. And I want to say thank you to all my sponsors. I want to say thank you to Procanics. Is always cheering for me. Kid Minor, KW, Government, Ghana, Gamma Sports, and thank you so much for. And then yeah, I mean I can't wait to go. So yeah, thank you everybody and everybody in Arizona. Daryl, Michelle, my for watching me, and then of course my second family in Mexico, my parents, everybody, and right here all the Texas people that have been supporting me right here.
So Daniel, congratulations for more. We'd love to see you again in Sioux Falls. So for the IRT, I am Fabio Soto, the winner of the 2023 Longhorn Open, Daniel de la Rosa. We'll be back with the men's pro doubles here on IRT Live.
I played a lot of matches when I was playing the WRT with the gearbox ball. It's a different ball than the other ones. I think it's better for the game. It's durable. I think for fans it's going to be more enjoyable. The rallies are going to be a little longer. So it's going to be fun.